There's something quietly extraordinary about the way our minds reach for one another. How truth, love, and understanding move beneath the surface of every word we say. Most of what we call connection isn't loud. It doesn't announce itself. It happens in glances, pauses, and moments so subtle we almost miss them. Human behavior is a language of its own. And once you start to listen closely, you realize people are always telling you who they are, even when they're not speaking. Today, we'll explore 7 quiet truths about human psychology. Small gestures that shape how we connect, how we persuade, and how we fall in love. 1. If you want someone to tell the truth, make them laugh before asking. Laughter opens the door to honesty. When someone laughs, they drop their guard. The muscles in their face loosen, their breathing deepens. And for a brief moment, their brain stops scanning for threats. It's a pause in their self-defense. Humor disarms. It signals safety, that this moment isn't about judgment, but about shared humanity. That's why after laughter, truth slips out more easily. Think about it. When you've shared a genuine laugh with someone, haven't you noticed how the air between you changes? Suddenly, it feels lighter. People become real, not roles or performances, just people. If you want honesty, don't interrogate. Don't demand it. Create safety first. Make them smile. Let them feel seen. And then, when you ask the question that matters, they won't be protecting themselves from you. They'll be opening themselves to you. Because honesty doesn't come from pressure. It comes from trust, and laughter is trust in motion. 2. If you want someone to fall in love with you, use the triangle method. There's something deeply human about eye contact. It's one of the oldest languages we know. The triangle method, shifting your gaze between someone's left eye, right eye, and lips, mimics the pattern of romantic attention. It's subtle but powerful. When done with intention, it creates a quiet electricity, a shared awareness that something is happening here. We fall in love not through logic, but through recognition, through the sense that someone sees us, not as a face in the crowd, but as a story worth knowing. The triangle gaze is a mirror of intimacy. It tells the other person, I'm paying attention to you, fully. Love often begins in silence, in a moment when two people forget the world around them and simply exist inside each other's eyes. Maybe that's what attraction really is. Not magic, but presence. The ability to look at someone long enough for them to see themselves differently through you. 3. People who give the best advice usually have the most problems. We assume wisdom comes from peace, but often it comes from pain. The people who seem to know what to say, who guide others with clarity and calm, are usually the ones who had to learn the hard way. Advice is rarely born from theory. It's born from survival. Those who give the best advice often do so because they've lived through the questions you're still afraid to ask. They've felt the confusion, the heartbreak, the uncertainty, and somewhere in that chaos, they found patterns, small truths that helped them climb out. Helping others becomes a way of helping themselves. Every piece of advice is a reminder, I made it through this, so can you. And maybe that's what makes their words so powerful. Not perfection, but empathy. The quiet understanding that pain can be turned into light. 4. If you believe someone is lying, look them in the eyes and say nothing. Silence is a mirror. When you stop speaking, people begin to fill the quiet, sometimes with truth, sometimes with guilt. Most of us are uncomfortable with silence. We try to fill it, to smooth over its tension. But silence, used wisely, can be one of the sharpest tools in human interaction. When you look someone in the eyes and say nothing, you give them space to reveal themselves. Their body language changes. Their breathing quickens. The lie begins to feel heavy, because lies are maintained through rhythm, through quick words and movement. But silence breaks rhythm. It forces the liar to face themselves. You don't have to accuse anyone to find the truth. You just have to make them feel the weight of it. 5. Maintaining eye contact for 15 seconds can make someone fall in love with you. There's a study that proves it. But beyond science, there's something deeply human about it. 15 seconds of uninterrupted eye contact is long enough for masks to slip away, long enough for two nervous systems to sync. At first, it's awkward. Then, it's vulnerable. And then something shifts. Awareness deepens. You stop seeing a face and start seeing a person. Eye contact is intimacy without touch. It's how we say, "I see you. I'm not afraid to see you." Falling in love doesn't always mean romance. Sometimes, it's the quiet realization that connection is possible, that you're not as alone as you thought. 6. If someone is yelling at you, stand still, look them in the eyes, and remain silent. Anger feeds on reaction. When someone yells, they're seeking control. They want to pull you into their storm. But when you stay calm, when you meet their rage with quiet stillness, the storm runs out of wind. Silence in the face of anger isn't weakness. It's strength under control. It's a way of saying, "You can shout, but you won't move me." This calm presence breaks the pattern of escalation. It forces the angry mind to confront itself. Because without opposition, aggression has nowhere to go. Eventually, silence disarms what shouting cannot. It's not about winning. It's about choosing peace over participation. 7. Saying "I know you won't agree" before asking something increases agreement. It sounds like reverse psychology, but it's something deeper. It's about empathy. When you say, "I know you won't agree," you're telling the other person, "I see your autonomy." You're giving them the freedom to decide, rather than pushing them. And when people feel understood, they stop resisting. It's human nature. We don't fight those who respect our independence. This small phrase lowers defenses. It builds a bridge instead of a wall, because persuasion isn't about changing minds. It's about creating space where both people can meet. Understanding, not argument, is what truly changes people. Human behavior isn't a set of tricks. It's a reflection of something ancient, our shared longing to be seen, understood, and loved. Each of these small truths, laughter before honesty, eye contact before love, silence before truth, are reminders that connection doesn't begin with strategy. It begins with awareness. Every glance, every pause, every gentle moment of restraint holds power. Because psychology, at its core, isn't about manipulation. It's about empathy, understanding how fragile and magnificent the human heart truly is. The next time you find yourself face to face with someone, whether in love, conflict, or conversation, remember, the smallest gestures often speak the loudest. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is simply be present. And in that presence, you'll find what we've all been searching for, the quiet art of truly seeing one another.